Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry I was late. I had to get my dog situated. Mark had ran to Hardee's for me, and they were all excited when he got back. So I was waiting until they got settled down. Let's see who's in here. Oh my gosh, we had a blast last night on the Google Meet. It was so much fun, y'all. I really enjoyed it. Verbal, Austin, Very Merry, Beach Bum, Lisa, TC. Let's see, Vicky, Shook, Misty Walker, Michelle P. My chat's scrolling slow. Hey, Bees Love, Debbie, good morning. Leroy, Nika, Never Lose Hope. Oh, that's okay, Booze Love. We're going to do it again. Hopefully next time you can join. Mommy Mars was having a little bit of a problem getting in. Well, she had quite a bit of a problem. She couldn't get in. She said she would push join and it would ask for a code. It shouldn't do that. You should have just been able to click on the link and then join. That's okay, Very Mary. Maybe you can make it next time. Yes, Beach Bum. It's a lot of fun. I mean, you get to know each other. And it's like a lot easier to chat when you actually, know the person's personality. I feel tired this morning. Shug says she probably needs to download the app. Yeah, if you're on a phone, you have to download the app, from my understanding. And like if you're on a computer or some other device where you can use a browser, you don't have to download the app. See, on my laptop, I didn't have to download it. We had so much fun. Tremaine was putting together a desk while we were all just chatting. Poor feller, he couldn't get a word in edgewise if he'd wanted to. So much fun. So, for our topics this morning, every now and then I'll just go search Madeleine McCann, see if there's any new articles. And I came across 2 this morning. And one of them said that the German police are saying that he had an accomplice, the new suspect, Christian, what's his name, Bruckner. I'm going to read all that to y'all. Of course, I'm always looking up to see what's going on in the Jennifer Dulos case. That case is really close to my heart. And I came across an article about they found like a lockbox of Fotis Dulos's, and he had all kinds of like expensive jewelry in it. And Jennifer's mother wants it. She wants it for the kids. Then what else? Oh, yeah. We're going to talk more about the Attorney General from South Dakota who thought he hit a deer. He was driving late at night, thought he hit a deer. And then the next day he comes back to the accident scene and it's a person that he hit, right? So we're going to talk more about that. I'm very, very suspicious of his story. but I'm going to hold my thoughts on it till we discuss it. What else? Oh, yeah. And also, there was a man who took a Greyhound bus from Louisville, Kentucky to Illinois. Inside the suitcase was a woman's dismembered body parts. It's a crazy story. The dear guy, yes. Yeah. Yesterday, my mind kind of froze up, but after my live stream, I had all kinds of thoughts about it. But we'll start with Madeleine. Let me get my stuff pulled up here. So there's going to be a show that's coming out in Praia da Luz, Portugal. And they've released a little bit of information of what the German police said. Hold on. Let me get it pulled up because I'm losing my train of thought. Okay. I reckon Christian Bruckner had like hundreds of pictures of child porn. So sick. Okay, so the accomplice he had, let me get my notes here. He didn't live far from the resort. I think it was just like maybe 10 miles. Christian lived 15 miles away from the resort, actually. I mean, from what they say, he makes a good suspect, right? He's a convicted pedophile. He's in the area, allegedly, when Madeleine disappeared. I know it should. People are sick. Okay. Let me get my stuff pulled up here. Oh my gosh. Every time you take down an ad, another one pops up. It's crazy. You can't even see the article. Okay. It says Christian Bruckner had an accomplice. Portuguese TV show is set to reveal. Let's see what else it says. The man is thought to have lived near a remote reservoir that police once searched, but local reports say police only spent 2 hours there and didn't search the water. I think they've got some. Let me see if I can take down this damn ad. The Daily Mail is terrible for this. Okay. Let me screen share it with you guys. Because I think it shows pictures of the reservoir and the resort. Okay. Okay, so the TV show is going to air, I believe, Friday and reveal this information. It says reports have previously suggested that investigators are looking for a German drifter. He lived near Praia da Luz at the time the 3-year-old vanished from the McCann's holiday apartment. And now Portugal Sexta something. Sexta night or something, I can't pronounce it. Show is due to reveal on Friday night that detectives believe Christian had help snatching the youngster from her bed. I mean, he did have a history of breaking in places. I believe he had actually broken into the resort before. Now, this is the reservoir. Is it showing it? Okay, yeah. This is the reservoir that they're talking about. It's called Barragem de Bravura. Barragem da Bravura Reservoir. I didn't pronounce that right. Okay, so they said this was searched by police, but they never went into the water. Well, then that's really not a search, just walking around the bank. That's not a search at all. Something that bothers me is just like all this information just started coming out after all these years. Okay, let's see what else it says. Okay, so the claim comes, Ahmed reports that detectives want to talk to a German drifter who is believed to have been a former friend of Christian's. The drifter lived in a camper van near a remote reservoir 9 miles from Praia Dulos, and it's called Barragem de Bravura, something like that. Okay, it says the area was searched in the days after Madeleine's disappearance, but police only spent 2 hours there, and the lake was not searched by divers. A note, a note handed that don't even make sense. A note handed found in Pride Deluge claimed that Madeleine's body had been dumped at the reservoir. They got some bad writing skills. Okay, so Christian's in the TV premiere, it says Christian's lawyer, Friedrich, attempts to defend his client, saying he has been made a scapegoat by investigators. Now, a lot of people do believe that he is a scapegoat. Part of me kind of suspects that, but the other part of me says, God, he makes such a good suspect. But then I also think, is this too good to be true? Hey, AP, welcome. Oh, you need a late slip, girl. So, what do y'all think about this? Now they're saying that Christian had an accomplice in kidnapping Madeleine. Is that the camper van? Doesn't look like a camper van to me, but this is in another country. Okay, so here is a picture of the resort. Man, that's a nice place. So clean. Okay. Okay, so Christian's lawyer attempts to rubbish the state's main witness, Helge Brunching, something like that, saying he is a convicted criminal and cannot be trusted. Yeah, this Helge guy, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's the one that spilled the beans to police about Christian. Now, they say that he did not get anything in return for that. He didn't get anything off a sentence or get paid for the information. CC, I think it's all bullshit, too convenient that it's all coming out now. That's what bothers me, TC. I think that I just want to find out I want them to find out what happened to Madeleine so bad. Like, I just want him to be like the real suspect, Hey, Remy. AP, I think he's just a scapegoat. You guys are probably right. I mean, and German police say that Madeleine is dead. They have evidence to suggest that. I would love to know what that evidence is. I mean, unfortunately, I believe Madeleine more than likely passed away the night she disappeared. And this guy, he had hundreds of pictures on some kind of drive. We'll look at that in just a minute. Okay. So the prosecutor, Hans Christian Walters, is seen hitting back, telling, I guess, ever who's interviewing him, I can't pronounce her name, that he has substantive evidence that Madeleine McCann is dead. What is that evidence, though? It says mobile phone evidence places Christian Bruckner in the tourist village on the night Madeleine disappeared. And he's also been linked to a series of 25 break-ins throughout the resort. And he was convicted for the rape of an elderly American tourist in the resort. It says, although the sentence has still not been confirmed. He has been convicted of a string of sex crimes, including the sexual assault of children. I want to know what happened to, but I have a feeling he's just an easy target. So you see, it was clothing that they have. Oh, really? Hey, Denise R., good morning. What kind of clothing? Okay, let me get the, let's see, I think that's the end of that. Okay. Let me get the other one that talks about that flash drive. I think that's what it's called. I mean, I would like to see some real evidence against this guy. I really hope he's not a scapegoat. I wish there was some way to actually tie him to Madeleine. But I don't think they found like any fingerprints or anything in that resort, did they? In their room? Weird how it's been said that Madeleine is living in Germany under the name Melanie. Guy Christian Bruckner had an accomplice, but the Daily Mail isn't usually reliable. Yeah, well, there was other places that had this article out too. Yeah, I heard the Sun cannot be reliable sometimes. I think I saw one by Fox News too. Let's see, here it is. It says that the German police dug up Christian's allotment hunting for pictures that he might have had. Of course, this is by the Sun, so they can be unreliable, I hear. I just want to see what it says about the pictures. So from what I understand, he had two different allotments, just like little plots of land, and there was two different sellers that he had, from my understanding. Let me see. Okay. So there was dozens of USB sticks with more than 8,000 images of graphic child porn. They were found buried in a plastic bag next to his dead dog. I'm going to say allegedly. Well, it says he was prosecuted for having the images, but nobody was ever found. Okay, so he was connected to the disappearance of a kid named Inga. Let's see if I can pronounce her name. Gabrick. She vanished during a family picnic in 2015. Yeah. So he was a suspect in that kid's disappearance. And I guess they did a search warrant and they found the USB with all the pictures buried next to his dead dog. No, Debbie, I haven't made an appointment yet, but I need to. I didn't want to mention any of that at the dentist the other day about my heart, because I was afraid they wouldn't work on my teeth. But I didn't take any gas or anything. Okay, Metro UK is saying two blonde men were seen outside the Holiday apartment Which to Americans would be a sweet. What, Remy? That don't make sense. I don't understand the last part. Bye, Leroy. Have a good day. BBC has some articles up. Okay, let's look at them. Sometimes when we talk about this, I feel like, oh my gosh, if he's a scapegoat, we're just sitting here wasting our time talking about this scumbag. Whether he is responsible for Maddie's disappearance or not, he's still a piece of crap. He's a predator. He doesn't need to be out of jail. Believe me, he's not rehabilitated. I mean, what did you say that was? BBC? Okay, here's an article. I don't know what the date is on it, though. This Bing.com search instead of Google. Oh, gosh, I'm still getting used to it. Oh, I guess I should put like the latest. And maybe it would bring up the latest ones here. I don't see any new ones, just 4 days ago. There's one from the BBC. If you have the link, you can share it, Remy. But anyhow, they're saying that he had an accomplice. Wasn't there a witness that said that he saw a man on the night of Maddie's disappearance carrying a child out? You can set your search page back to Google. Yeah, I had it. Hey, Kara, you need a late slip. I had it set for Google and I had to change it back because this laptop came with like the Microsoft stuff and it just didn't seem to be working good with me using Google, Chrome, and stuff. I think children should be implanted with the GPS. Hey, that's a good idea. Make them wear a camera. Yeah, well, you never ever leave your kids alone in a hotel room. Even if you are a short distance away, anything can happen. And look what something did happen. Someone took Madeleine. I hate Bing and Microsoft. It's a bunch of poo. Yeah, that's what this laptop came with. This laptop is a Lenovo. I think that's how you say it. And it came with all this Microsoft stuff. Okay, what are we going to talk about next? Oh, Fotis Dulos. We got to talk about Fotis. You guys know the correct way to pronounce Fotis's name is really Fotis. No joke. Fotis Dulos was holding out. He acted like he was broke. He had jewelry in a safe deposit box. I call it a lock box. Let's see what it says. Let's see what was found in it. The safe deposit box, formerly held by the late Fotis Dulos, reportedly contained a Tiffany and Company ring, a pair of luxury watches, and other items. And his estranged mother-in-law wants those things for her grandchildren. I don't blame her. Attorneys for Gloria Farber, she's the mother of Jennifer Farber Dulos, have filed a motion in the Farmington Probate Court to have the items turned over to Jennifer and Fotis's 5 children. Gloria has been raising the children since Jennifer disappeared on May 24th, 2019. Jennifer has not been seen since that date. She is presumed to be dead. Her remains have not been found, and Fotis, her estranged husband, was accused of kidnapping and murdering her. He took his own life in January 2019 before he could stand trial. I'll never forget that day. My mind was blown away that he took his own life. Well, it took him, he didn't die that day. It took him several days to die. Okay. The watches in the safe deposit box included a Rolex, a Cartier, and a third unnamed watch. Also in the box were coins and crosses. The ring was once owned by Jennifer Dulos. I guess that was probably the Tiffany ring that they found. Christopher Hugg, the attorney handling Fotis' estate, reportedly has not filed an inventory of the safe deposit box. He is seeking to have Jennifer Dulos officially declared dead to help move the probate case along and begin paying off the estate's creditors. Them kids need to be getting some money if there's anything left. He was in debt. Though Fotis is dead, the gal pal, Michelle Turconis, which is his former girlfriend, and his former attorney and friend, Kent Malwhinney, they're due back in court next month to face conspiracy to commit murder and related charges in connection with Jennifer's disappearance. It's a crying shame. I like that name. It's cute. I hope they get the body one day. I don't know what. I have racked my brain trying to figure out, theorize where he could have put her. I mean, they searched everywhere. They searched in different states for her. They've searched lakes, ponds, wooded areas. They searched that house that Fotis and Jennifer once lived in. That he had actually done some work on it for the next owner. I wonder if he had life insurance on Jennifer and how much. All her jewelry should go to the kids. Yes. That's a cute name. It's a crying shame. I can't think of anything cute. I'm not creative, guys. All Jennifer's stuff should go to her kids without any questions. But I think Fotis's sister, which is from Greece, she's trying to get her hands on some of that money. I think when she came over, when Fotis died, she stayed at Fotis's home, which really Gloria Farber owned, Jennifer's mother. And I think they took some things out of the house and they got busted. I'll have to go back through my Jennifer Dulos notes. I do got notes on her. He put her in Waverly Park, I imagine, in New Canaan. I grew up there. Well, that's where her vehicle was found. After he attacked her in the garage, the police thinks that then he drove her vehicle from the scene. I guess to go back and get his truck. Remember, neighbors saw a man matching Fotis's description in the neighborhood on an antique bicycle, like a rare bicycle, expensive bicycle. So he must have took his employee's truck that day and put the bike in the back. I think he was trying to set that guy up. He was trying to be sneaky, but he was probably thinking, if the truck is seen, then he could blame it on that guy. I know the area Jennifer will never be found. Remember, he owned a development company. Think about it. They have basements there. Yeah, he had access to all kinds of different pieces of property. He could have put her anywhere. Hey, y'all's going to have to, Verbal, we're going to have to do a voice call or something. You're going to have to fill me in on this Sophie situation, if you don't mind. I've seen y'all talking about it earlier. I saw other people doing videos where they're doubting the father's story, doubting the little girl. So you guys are going to have to fill me in on that. Okay. Fotis He took his own life because he was a control freak. That was his way of making the last move, controlling the situation. I heard a doctor say that. Um, Anyways, I just feel bad. She got 5 children. I think she's got like a set of twins. Here, their mom's gone. Their dad was accused of murdering her, and then he took his own life. Poor kids. You guys are going to have to fill me in on Sophie. That way we can talk about it more. For sure. I need to know what's going on. Okay. Oh my gosh, guys, there was a cop that killed his girlfriend, right? And he tried to say that she killed herself. But he was actually in a Discord. We got Discord. He was actually in a Discord making remarks about a gun, insinuating he had shot his girlfriend. I think he even posted a picture in the Discord of his 9mm. I want to see if they got his mugshot. I don't see it. It says sheriff's deputy claims girlfriend died of suicide, but chat room messages reveal he bragged. I just sent a 9mm in this effing hippie. Hey, he must have had something against free spirited people. I'm a hippie at heart. There was another sheriff's deputy I also seen that had been grooming girls online. Predator. I have been hiding because I was molested as a kid. I could just tell what happened with Sophie isn't right. Stressed me out. She was molested. She should be protecting a person. It's crying shame. I know. I can relate. I was abused as a child too, sexually abused. It is very hard for me to discuss these sexual abuse cases. I talked about Sophie a little bit when the video first came out and stuff, but I've not really followed it and kept up with it because it does bother me. I love doing true crime, but I would rather not do the sexual abuse cases and, child murders. I'd rather not do it if I don't have to, but sometimes I have to. But it really, really bothers me. Is Red Rum in here? Hey, girl. We're going to talk about that guy with the body in his suitcase in a minute, Red Rum. I could not believe that. I saw that yesterday. Okay, so this is let me go back up. This is the girl that the sheriff's deputy shot, murdered. This happened in Texas. He's been charged with murder now. J. Allen Rodder was his name. He called police in Denton on August 26th to say his girlfriend, 46-year-old Leslie Ann Hartman, had shot herself in the head while the couple was embracing. He reportedly told police that Hartman had taken his weapon from a storage container in their bedroom without his knowledge. According to the report, Rodder said, "She is done," and that he would have stopped her if he could have when he called 911 shortly after 11:30 that night to report Hartman's death. So when police responded to the home, they conducted a search that uncovered evidence implicating Rodder. And when police were interviewing the suspect, he initially refused to hand over his cell phone. And he later restored it to factory settings when he was left alone in the room, presumably to delete the phone's data. Okay, according to the arrest affidavit obtained by the news outlet, investigators found that Rotter accessed chat rooms software called Discord, where he posted multiple messages that appeared to chronicle the events of the night. In one message posted at 11:06 p.m., Rotter wrote that he went to the backyard and killed that milk bomb. Apparently referring to a carton of milk police found in a trash can that had a bullet hole. The message also the messages also indicate that he and Hartman were arguing over Rotter firing the gun. So he must have fired the gun at that milk carton, and they got in an argument about it, and he shot her. At 11:14 p.m., he posted another message. I just sent a 9 milli in this effing hippie. He posted a photo of himself holding a Glock pistol. Now, neighbors said that Hartman did not appear to be suicidal or depressed. She was artistic and a good neighbor and loved animals, Chrissy Clanton told the news station. She had actually just adopted a new puppy, so it didn't add up. He's been charged with murder and tampering with evidence. He's in the Denton City Jail on a $1.15 million bond. Yeah. Yeah, haul around a body in your suitcase and expect not to get caught. Wait till you hear, you probably already read it, Beach Bum, but wait till you hear why he did that. Well, there's good and bad people. Back to this case, there's good and bad people in every profession. So he basically went into a Discord room and was bragging about shooting her. Don't they do like mental evaluations on these people that want to become cops? Don't they got to have like a psych evaluation? Guess people can fake it just like Lori Vallow did hers. She was ordered to take one and she went in there and passed it because she went in there and lied. Wasn't honest. Anyways, prayers for her family. She did not commit suicide. People that's suicidal don't go out and adopt new puppies. Most don't. Let me say it like that. Okay. Let me see what you guys are saying. Prayers and hugs for who need them. Yeah. I'm telling you what, there's a lot of evil people in the world. In a lot of these cases, I've been noticing a lot of them, these suspects don't have criminal backgrounds. Like the case we just talked about, he's a cop. Okay, so let's go down. Suspect identified after he takes 5-hour Greyhound bus ride with luggage full of girlfriend's body parts. Okay, so police have identified the man accused of riding on a Greyhound bus for over 5 hours with a suitcase and bags filled with body parts. Melvin Martin Jr. admitted he carried his girlfriend's body parts in his luggage as he rode a bus from the Louisville, Kentucky Greyhound bus station to Chicago. When he arrived in Chicago, his family picked him up, took him to his mother's house off of 164th Street and Wood Street in Markham, Illinois. Martin allegedly arrived at his mother's house but never unpacked 2 of his bags. Instead, he stored the bags inside a suitcase in the garage. A few days later, the family started to notice a foul odor coming from the suitcase. And when he left for the library, they decided to take a peek inside. They found body parts and immediately stepped back and contacted police. Authorities have said they found internal organs, her head, and the bottom half of her body in the luggage. Markham Police Chief Terry White said that Martin admitted to killing his girlfriend during a domestic dispute in Louisville. He also allegedly admitted to burying her torso at a Louisville park. When asked why he carried the body parts to Illinois, Martin reportedly said he still wanted to be with her. He indicated that, as grotesque as it might sound, that he still wanted to be with at least part of her, White said. Get Nancy Grace's big article or ad down. According to White, the woman whose name has not yet been released had been dead for at least a month. White said Martin took measures to conceal the foul odors. On late Wednesday afternoon, investigators found the woman's torso in the park where Martin said he hit her. Martin was arrested and charged with leaving the scene of a crime. Authorities are working to get him extradited back to Louisville. He still wanted to be with her. Okay, it said he arrived. After he arrived, like a couple of days, they started noticing an odor. This woman been dead a month, and they didn't notice the odor as soon as it was brought in. It said he took measures to conceal it. Nothing could conceal that smell. This story is something like straight out of a horror movie. That man lost his absolute mind. Well, Carrie, you know how blood, we was talking about that last night in our meeting. You know how that smells, like a lot of blood. If you've ever been around anyone that's had like a bad accident. Like my first husband, he was a logger. He cut down a tree, and what they call a widowmaker fell and smacked him in the face. He had to have reconstructive surgery and everything. But when I arrived at the emergency room and walked back there to the room, they had like this tube in his mouth, I guess, because he was bleeding. I guess it was going down his throat. But the smell made me sick. I'll never forget that smell. Hey, Carolina girl. Am I muted? Yeah, try exiting and coming back out. Oh my gosh, that scared me for a minute. No way to conceal that smell at all. How did they not smell it on the freaking bus? I don't know. I've rode the Greyhound bus many of a time, y'all. And you can have like just one carry-on bag or two, you know, can't take up 2 seats. Anyways, but the big luggage goes like underneath the bus. Maybe that's why they didn't smell it. But there's a man that, the bus driver helps you put your luggage under there. I don't know how they didn't smell it. They said he took measures to conceal it, but I just don't know how you would conceal something like that. Y'all, YouTube has a glitch in it. Certain live streams I try to watch, it doesn't buffer. It cuts in and out like glitches. And it happens when I'm using my phone to watch the streams, and other people's had the same problem. Maybe they stored it way under the bus. Yeah. If it had been on the bus where people were riding, they would have smelled it. But where it was underneath, but still, the odor of a decomposing body. It smells horrendous, they say. You'll never forget it when you smell it, they say. I know how a dead animal smells. Ugh. He needs to go to a psychiatric hospital. He said he still wanted to be with her. That's why he did that, carried her like that. What a sicko. Maybe we should have watch this video, see what it says. Let me unplug my mic a minute.
Was found in a suitcase in suburban Markham. Tonight, there's even more to tell you about. We first broke the story last night. Tonight, our Jermont Terry is still uncovering exclusive details.
Yes, can somebody get here immediately, please?
It's a call a mother never expects to make, but Melvin Martin Jr.'s mom felt compelled to do so.
And what type of package is it? Was it in your mailbox?
I don't know. No, I picked my son up from, he's from Kentucky. I picked him up because he was coming home. He was having a hard time. But he took this suitcase in my garage. I just took him to the library. I said, let me see what's in this suitcase.
Martin is accused of killing his girlfriend, then dismembering her. Cops say he hopped on the Greyhound bus from Kentucky to the Harrison station in downtown Chicago with those bags. After 5 days of guarding the suitcase in the garage, his mother finally opened it.
And it looked like it's a body in there.
Turns out there were pieces of a body, a head, lower torso, and organs. Martin's accused of committing that crime a month ago in Louisville. And listen to why police say Martin brought her to Illinois.
Well, he indicated that, as grotesque as it might sound, that he still wanted to be with her, at least part of her.
Martin remains locked up here at the police department in Markham. He's charged with leaving the scene of a crime. Now, detectives from Kentucky were here trying to get him extradited back. In Markham, Jermont Terry, CBS 2 News.
I couldn't unmute myself. Let me get my mic plugged back in. I have to unplug my mic when I play videos, or it doesn't play right. That's like the craziest thing. When I was a kid, I used to hear this story about a man. He was like totally in love with his wife, and she died. And he went and got her body after they buried her and brought it back home. And he would use cat litter to try to conceal the smell. I reckon he had her in the bed, in their bedroom laying. And her sister found out, got suspicious. And, she found her sister's body in the bedroom. He'd went and dug her up. Crazy story. Carolina girl, part of her. Yeah, he just had part of hers. What did it say he had with him? The torso, some organs. The other part of her he had buried in a park. RN student, welcome. I gave you a late slip. I think they have all the remains now. He's a sick individual. And she had been dead like a month before he took this trip. And then it was 5 days after he got there, his mom said, before she discovered this. Mental issues, yeah. Sick son of a bitches. People are crazy, man. We'll have to see what happens with this guy. Okay, so now we need to talk about the Attorney General from South Dakota. I told Mark this morning, I said, I'm on to that that Attorney General's ass. I'm on to him. Yesterday, I wasn't thinking. Sometimes my mind goes blank on here, guys. When we was talking about this, something that's crazy. He said, okay, he thought he hit a deer. Okay, why did the sheriff show up at the accident scene? Usually a sheriff don't show up when there's an accident. Around here, they don't. The deputies do. You hardly ever see the sheriff. The sheriff actually loaned him a car the night of the accident. When he was returning the car, he said he saw some debris on the road, so stopped at the accident site. Went and looked over the shoulder of the road looking for the deer he hit. and discovered it was a man that he hit. It's on like a stretch of highway. Like there's not a lot of people that travel on it. It's like a remote area. They're covering it up. After I got off my live stream yesterday, that hit me. Like, why did the sheriff show up at the scene? Usually when there's a report of an accident, it's the deputies. So a family member of the man killed when he was hit by South Dakota Attorney General Jason Ravnsborg said he went to the scene of the crash and saw evidence that suggests Jason's car was partially on the shoulder of the road before he applied the brakes. He had been driving back from a Republican fundraiser on Saturday night when he told police he hit a deer, but he actually hit a man. He said in a statement that he and his chief of staff discovered the body of a man identified as 55-year-old Joe Bover. I think it's Bover, at the site of the crash the next morning when the Attorney General got out of the car to look for the deer. Okay, so authorities have released few details about the ongoing investigation and have not confirmed how the Attorney General first reported the accident. Though Jason said in a statement that he called 911. Did he really call 911 or did he call the sheriff? I think that he called the sheriff. The sheriff just lived a short distance away. Okay. The statement also revealed that the Hyde County Sheriff reported to the scene on Saturday night and let Jason borrow his personal car to drive back home, rather than have him wait for a tow truck. He insisted that both he and the sheriff had no idea the crash victim was a person until they found the body the next morning. He said he did not consume any alcohol at the fundraiser, which was reportedly 110 miles from his home. Bo Over's cousin, Nick Nemec, reportedly a former Democratic lawmaker, posted a comment to an article on the Dakota Free Press detailing what he found when he went to investigate the crash site. Okay. He says, I went to the accident scene to see it for myself and get a better handle on the events surrounding my cousin Joe's death. What was this guy doing walking on the side of a road? It's like out in the middle of nowhere, long stretch of highway. Going to have to hear the 911 call. I don't think there was a 911 call. It's a crying shame. I could be wrong. I think that he called the sheriff. It's what I think. I think he knew that he hit a man, hit a human. Think he had also been drinking at that fundraiser. Most of those guys, they don't go to those fundraisers and drink soda. Come on. This guy he's had a lot of speeding tickets. So it looks like he ran off the shoulder of the road and hit this guy. Because it says there was skid marks going off to the shoulder. I think the guy that died's car broke down. Okay, see, I was wondering why he was walking on that remote stretch of highway. That makes sense. Thank you, AP. It says, at the time the brakes were applied, clearly visible due to tire skid marks, the right-hand tires of the car were well onto the shoulder of the road. This stretch of US 14 has wide paved shoulders with rumble strips at the white line. Did he fall asleep? I stepped off the tire skid marks and they went for over 200 feet before there were two I can't say that, parallel blood skid marks on the paved shoulder. His first blood marks were about 6 inches wide and 6 to 8 inches long. There was then a skip for about 20 feet before a wider blood skid mark closer to the edge of the shoulder that was about, what's it say? 1 inch wide and 20 long. I don't know what that means. There was then another skip of about 20, maybe it's talking about 20 feet, until a dried pool of blood in the grass and on the edge of the road. I don't know if he means 2 inches, 2 feet. He doesn't say. The blood pool was about probably 2 feet from the edge of the pavement. Maybe he means inches. He says he measured it with a tape measure. Look, I believe this attorney general knew that he hit a human, and he called the sheriff, and there's a cover-up going on. If he called 911, why don't they just say that he called 911? What's the big deal? If he really thought he hit a deer and he called 911, what's the big deal? Why not confirm that? That doesn't make sense. And why did the sheriff show up instead of deputies? I mean, did the sheriff show up because this is like an attorney general? I don't know, but I'm very suspicious. I think there's a cover-up going on. Possibly passed out from drinking. He drug him with the car. Yes. Sometimes I get on here, guys, I can't pronounce certain words that I can pronounce any other time. Isn't that weird? I get all tongue-tied. I'm going to keep following this. I'm on to his butt. I know he did something. He knows he didn't hit a deer. He knew it that night. Him and the sheriff must be awful buddy-buddy for the sheriff to let him borrow his car, huh? Sounds like another Bachelor situation. What's the dude's name who killed the guy on a tractor or something? Yeah, Red Rim, I remember that. I don't watch The Bachelor, but I know what you're talking about. It's okay, Cece. It doesn't matter. We know what you're saying. You can say things any way you want to or need to. Thank you, Shug. I appreciate it. I'm pretty comfortable with you guys. I used to kind of freak out when I couldn't pronounce stuff, get embarrassed. Not much anymore. I'm just me. I'm not professional on here. No way if he drug him. Yeah. He ran off the side of the road. He's probably been drinking. Probably fell asleep. I don't believe he went to a convention and didn't drink a drop. I mean, maybe. It's possible. Some people don't drink at all. I don't believe that's the situation here. Very, very suspicious. Let's see what else is going on here. Oh, yeah, there's a missing 16-year-old girl. I saw this morning. Before I look at that, y'all know the case out of Washington, Cassandra Cantrell went missing the day before her first ultrasound. She's 3 months pregnant by an ex. The ex has a living girlfriend. FBI searched his home. Well, I was looking for updates. There's nothing, guys. No updates since they searched her ex's home. I hope they found some kind of evidence in there if he is responsible. That day she was supposed to have went grocery shopping, but she didn't. She took extra time to get cleaned up, get all made up, look nice, because she was going to meet someone. I think she was going to meet the guy she was pregnant by. My Wi-Fi is going out. If it's glitching, it's YouTube. It's doing it to everybody's streams. Cops have gone silent. It's not good. Yeah, they've not said anything that they found inside of his home. We need to talk about her tomorrow, not let people forget. It's ridiculous. I haven't seen anything either, Cece. I keep looking. Her twin brother commented on my first live stream, where we talked about her. And he said she absolutely would have not just, run off and left her dogs. She wasn't even going to go to her own brother's wedding if she couldn't take her little dogs with her. She's not used any money from her bank account. Here's what I think happened. I think that ex or his girlfriend or maybe both did something to her because she was pregnant. They didn't want her to be pregnant. That's what I think. You're back. Lost you for a while. Yeah, it could be my internet too. It's raining here. If you're on a cell phone and it's glitching, YouTube's been doing that. Go back about 10 seconds. That helps just a little bit. Hey, Southern Mom. Oh, she needs a late slip. How are you doing? Means let's see, I'm going back to the chat. Yeah, I bet this guy will have to resign, that Attorney General Beach Bum. Red Rum says, I say stupid crap, laugh awkward situations, get tongue-tied all the time. I know, I laugh awkward situations. I'll be talking about this crime and then be laughing. And, I don't mean it to be disrespectful. Cece, is it possible for you to reach out to him? Well, I think I commented under there and gave him my email. It said problem with this video, report. Oh gosh, don't report it, TC. I think the report's for like the violating terms of service or something. Okay. After we talk about this, I want to tell y'all about a crazy article that I found about this couple from the UK. Let's see what's going on with this little girl. 16 years old, believed to be in extreme danger, may need medical assistance. This is in Avon, Indiana. Christina Owen, last seen Wednesday at 2 p.m., the Hendricks County Sheriff's Department said in a silver alert. She's described as 5 feet, 10 inches tall, about 190 pounds, with brown hair and hazel eyes. She was wearing dark-colored glasses, a gray hoodie, black shorts, black tennis shoes when she was last seen. And the Sheriff's Department said Christina may need medical assistance. And that's all it says about her. Anyone with information should call the Sheriff's Department, 317-839-8700. I hope they find her. Did she run away from home, I wonder? Bless her heart. I wonder what kind of medical assistance she needs. Speaking of missing kids, I got an Amber Alert yesterday on my TV, but I couldn't really understand what it was saying. Let me see. It's a crime. No, it's just YouTube, TC says. Were they arrested for the kid that disappeared 26 years ago? Who, it's a crime, was who arrested? Someone just sent me something about Army medic. Hold on, let me see what that's about. I think he killed his daughter. Let me go look and see. Maybe it's in my true crime room. Yeah, it is. Ex-Army medic charged for strangling infant daughter after he sexually assaulted her. I hate these cases. It's a crime, or it's a shame. Is that your name? It's a shame. You might want to mute for a second, honey. This might, upset you. Let's see what it says. Former Army medic from Tennessee has been sentenced for the brutal death of his 9-month-old daughter. Christopher Paul Conway, 25, a resident of Clarksville, was found guilty of sexually assaulting one of his twin daughters, then strangling her with a dehumidifier cord. Sick son of a bitch. During the time of the crime, Conway was just 22 years old and serving as a medic in the Army at Fort Campbell. He faced multiple charges following the horrific death of one of his twin daughters, Adeline, in 2017, which shook their peaceful community. Oh, I remember something about this. Read more here. So it says. Oh my gosh, every time you go to these articles, they're just full of freaking ads. I mean, you can't even. I know they got to advertise, but almighty. Okay. So, as part of his no contest agreement on Friday, he pleaded guilty to second-degree murder to avoid a trial. He entered his plea a few weeks before his scheduled bench trial date. He's a sick son of a bitch. Thank God he didn't harm both of them. That poor, innocent baby. There's no rehabilitation for sex offenders. People have been saying that. Have y'all seen that Netflix documentary about the little girls? I guess they're dancing. What's it called? Cuties? Pedophiles just love stuff like that, where they can look at little girls dancing around and those revealing costumes. Pedophiles love it. That's my problem with, those beauty pageants and dancing. There's nothing wrong with kids dancing, but those sexy costumes, kids grow up so fast. And you got to think, that's a pedophile's dream, to watch a bunch of young little girls up there dancing around in, skimpy costumes. Costumes they shouldn't be in. Some of those costumes, adult women shouldn't even wear. He stole a twin bond on top of everything else. Disgusting. When he did this to that little girl, I reckon he just went on to work that day. He got up that morning, get ready for work, and did it, I believe. If Never Lose Hope's in here, she can correct me. She knows. He should have got the death penalty for what he did to little Adeline. How could anyone do that to a child? It's disgusting. One time, me and Timothy were at the mall. My granny and my aunt, they take forever. We was just walking around, went and got a smoothie. And I noticed this guy looking at us. And I thought he was checking me out. And then I noticed he was checking Timothy out. Timothy wasn't but about 3 years old. Oh, I was holding tight to him too with his hand. But he was looking at Timothy. Timothy had real pretty, light, blonde, curly hair. Yeah, she had a twin. There was a twin. He'll be out when he's 40. That's horrible. That's not right. They should take all those pedophiles and put them on an island. No food, no water. I'll make the anchors. Yeah, we'll anchor them down, throw them overboard. That's what their punishment should be. Pour some fishy blood into the water for the bait the sharks in. That's what they deserve for doing little children that way. I skipped parts of it to make my own opinion. It's absolutely disgusting. It only took me 2 minutes, and that was enough for me. I just don't understand why anyone will make a movie like that. Well, look, here's what people don't understand. Normal people that watch that, they just see little kids. But that is a pedophile's dream, Those sickos, they love it. Kids grow up, so if I had a little girl, she wouldn't be doing that. Absolutely not. Kids should be kids. I used to be a big fan of toddlers and tiaras. But really, that was a bad show too. Those mommies would make those little girls be in those beauty pageants. There was a few little girls that liked it. But that was that's all they did. Lived and breathed being in the glam pageants. Put a lot of stress on the kids. It's like a lot of work. Little girls got to sit there for hours getting their makeup and their hair done. And some of those pageants go on for a couple of days. I never agreed with all that. No. I think the dance shows like Dance Moms, that's okay, but some of their dance costumes are skimpy too. Little girls shouldn't wear. I mean, in my opinion. 15 years isn't a sentence. That's a slap on the wrist. Yeah. Anyone that messes with a child should have a life sentence automatically. What kind of lifestyle is that for kids? Yeah, and they would do it every weekend. Go to the they're called glitz pageants. In a glitz pageant, they have to have their nails done, toes need to be manicured because, they got like talent show to do. They do the beauty, they do a talent show, and then they have to do, I think they do like swimwear also. So them little girls got changed in 3 or 4 different outfits during the pageant. I mean, we're talking about little bitty girls, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old and up. And like I said, most of the time, it's the moms wanting them to be in the pageant. Honey Boo Boo, that's where she got her start. She was on Toddlers and Tiaras. Okay, Lisa. Bickering with Netflix on Twitter about it. They said they have no comment on whether they condone pedophilia, but because they don't discriminate against any culture, I deleted straight away. Yeah, I'm not going to watch that because it will probably upset me. Anyways, I wanted to tell y'all about this article I came across. I believe this is out of the UK. This man, well, let me just put it this way. This woman married her son-in-law. I got to find the article. She married her own son-in-law, and they have been married for years. He was married to her daughter for 8 years, y'all. 8 years. And actually, he got in trouble for this because it's illegal to do that over there. But he finally got the law changed. I got to show y'all this. I was like, what the crap? I get all kinds of crazy articles all the time. There the happy couple is. Said they've been together for more than 3 decades, married 13 years, and are still blissfully happy despite the unconventional start to their relationship. For Clive, Blundin's wife Brenda used to be his mother-in-law. I can get this down. Okay. He was even arrested after he asked her to marry him, but undeterred, they made history when the law was changed in 2007 and tied the knot. TC, do you know about this? TC, I'm sorry you're having problems. Oh, the daughter's not happy, Shug. We'll get to that part in a minute. It says, it's fair to say their unusual coupling raised a few eyebrows, but 10 years on, they have no regrets. People thought we wouldn't last, but we are stronger than ever, said Clive, age 65. Look at him. Sick. Should I say it's sick? I mean, to me, it's not sick. It's weird, I guess. No, I'm not. I'm just wondering if you'd heard about this. Okay, we're together 24/7, and there's a magic to it. Brenda is 77. She added, Clyde is a gentleman. He looks after me. I can get a bit argumentative, but he quietens me down. Brenda, I can get quite argumentative too. I can't even pronounce it. Brenda wasn't such a fan of Clive when he got together with her daughter, Irene. In fact, she disliked him the moment she saw him. Clive and Irene married in 1977 and had daughters, Sarah and Tanya, before divorcing in 1985. 4 years later, Clive and Brenda began dating in secret. We fell in love, said Brenda. One night he took me for a drink. We ended up kissing. Ugh. In 1997, they decided to marry, but a few days after, they put their banns up at the register office in their hometown of Warrington. I don't know. He was arrested. Okay, this is the daughter. She does not look like she's a happy camper, y'all. I mean, that had to be really, all jokes aside, that had to be really hurtful for your mom to marry your ex-husband that you share children with. How did they explain that to the children? Okay. He was told there was a lawful impediment to marrying his mother-in-law and warned he could be jailed up to 7 years if they went ahead with it. Because Brenda's first husband, Richard, had passed away, Irene remarried. They wrongly assumed they would be free to wed. Instead, they had to settle for Brenda changing her surname to Clive's by a deed poll. I have no idea what a deed poll is. I thought we should be married because we had been through everything together, he explained. We were being stopped unfairly. I didn't think it was right, so I wanted to change it. Oh gosh, there's an older picture of him. It was 10 years before European court ruled a ban on in-laws marrying was a violation of human rights. I remember when we heard the news on TV in September 2005, said Clive. I went down on one knee straight away and proposed to Brenda. I had tears in my eyes. On March 17, 2007, they finally became husband and wife at the Warrington Register office, the same place where Clive had married Irene 30 years earlier. The majority of their families, including Irene, did not wish to attend. Only one distant relative sent them a congratulations card. Clive, who serenaded Brenda with a rendition of Westlife's You Raise Me Up, said it was a very emotional day. I'm sorry. Sorry, this is just nuts. My mom and my ex never going to happen. I had to share this with you guys. Oh, they went off for a month-long honeymoon in Spain. But after they made headlines They were celebrities. So when they went to Spain, you know, everybody was spotting them out. Hey, you're that man that married your mother-in-law. Poor Irene. Poor Irene. I had to share this story with y'all. That's why I saved it. Isn't that crazy? Does she not care that she hurt her daughter? You know, I was laughing about it earlier, but, you know, just think about how painful that really was to Irene. Here she got 2 kids by this man, and her mommy marries him. I just think that is so wrong. It is kind of sickening. Normal people don't do things like this. She should put her daughter before her own feelings because I'm sorry. I mean, that's good that they're happy, but I don't think it's right. That's enough of them people. Let's see, what else do I have in here? In my little Discord room. Oh, yeah, there was another abuse story. I think I want to do a video on that for my Patreon. Okay. Oh, thank you, Shug. Thank you. Mary says if she wins the lottery, the whole chat's coming. I don't know where y'all are going, but I'm going with you. You channel members, y'all have got to do the Google Meets with us. We had so much fun last night. You know, you get to meet everybody that's always in the chat. Everybody was talking. Tremaine was putting together his desk. It was a lot of fun. And you can have like up to 40 people. So it's great. We'll have to do it again. Maybe we should do that this weekend. I want to play Never Have I Ever with everybody. Maybe Saturday night. Y'all be prepared. There may be some dirty Never Have I Ever, and there may be some funny ones. But we're going to play again. Is it Duo or something? Or instead, it is just Google Meet. If you'll go over to my community page and scroll down a little bit, you will see a post about Google Meet. And I even got like a picture of their whatever you call it, avatar. If you're on a phone, you have to download the app. If you're on like a laptop or something, you can use a browser. You can open the link like that. It's really cool to have. You know, it's private. It's like a big video call, you know. I know the Duo thing that you're talking about. It's not that. This is like a green camera icon. I'm just reading the chat. Did he ever get the desk put together? I don't know. I've not talked to Tremaine this morning. Wasn't his tortoise cool? I think that's a tortoise. I think he's got a red ear slider too. You know, it was years before I realized that a tortoise is on land and a turtle lives in the water. It's aquatic. I didn't know that for a long time. He's got a huge one. Get the app. And then the next time that we have a meeting and I share the link, you just got to click on the link and then just join the meeting. You don't push on that part that says something about a code. It's really easy. It's so much fun just sitting around just talking about everything. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm a little bit burnt out on true crime. I really am. Gosh, I may have to take a break from it, change our topics. I can't change our topics. I'll get over it, I guess. Maybe I'll take a break from it this weekend and refresh. The kids' cases is what gets me. in the sexual abuse cases. We need to look and see what's going on with that I Stand With Sophie. The little girl from Texas where her video went viral that she had been molested. Let me type in her name. See if there's any latest. Okay. Here's something. That little girl was never sexually assaulted in our city. I don't think that people should call this little girl a liar. Honestly. I know that he did have to take her to the doctor.
Trying hard to get a better signal on your cell phone.
Crap. Big commercial played. I hate when you click on these articles and they got videos included, but as soon as you click on the article, it starts playing their stupid videos, their stupid advertisements. That drives me insane, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready for a break in the Morphew case. I want to know what happened to Suzanne. Where is Suzanne? Who's responsible for her disappearance? I think it's someone that was very close to Suzanne. The more I learn about Barry, the more I think that he's involved. Sophie's dad was awarded custody. Thank you, Lynette. I like that name. I wish Sophie's face was blurred. She deserves anonymity. I'm happy for her dad, but I don't think he should continue to put her on camera. Thank you to everyone. No, I think that he should stop with the videos. You know, there's too many weirdos in the world. She deserves privacy. I mean, her face has been plastered everywhere with that video. You kind of think about that. How's that going to affect her when she's older? You know. Does anyone think that that may be embarrassing to her, that video's up and, you know, she's saying that she's being molested, you know? I hate to talk about it. I get uncomfortable talking about it, and I just keep saying, you know. She deserves privacy at this point. Now, hey, there's some people that saying that the dad made this crap up. I'm on Sophie's side, though. Because I used to cut those little fits when I was little. And I wouldn't want to go home. That's what that reminded me of when she wouldn't get out of that vehicle. I used to do my papa that way. I wouldn't want to get out and go home. I'd want to stay with him. Tremaine, thank you for the super chat. Hello, my beautiful, lovely snuggle babes. Can I get a snuggle bunny to come home with me? Yes, Tremaine. I'm going to send you a little bunny in the mail you can cuddle with. We need to get you one of those big bunnies from Walmart, you know, like they sell at Easter, like the big giant ones, and send you. Thank you, Tremaine. You're a sweetheart. Did you get your desk put together, hun? I got to get me an office chair. I got a nice little rocking chair here. Came from Grand's Furniture. It's like the 100th anniversary edition. But I need something comfortable because of my leg and stuff. Mommy Rambling's chair is what I want. The chair that she uses in her videos. I looked them up online. I don't want a purple and black one, but like hers. But I'd like to have just like a black and gray one. The thing is, they didn't listen to Sophie and investigate. Listen to the kids, damn it. Hey, Sophie's in that video trying to tell her grandmother that she, you know, someone's been messing with her and her grandmother's trying to change the subject. I mean, they don't know how to handle kids when they're cutting a fit like that. You don't drag kids out by their legs. I mean, they got rough. And Sophie's smarter than them. Then they tried to talk to her in a calm voice, and she just wasn't buying it. She knew. They was trying to manipulate her. I'm not talking about that kind of bunny. Tremaine. She had to go to the ER. Yes. Yeah, because she said she was having pain. Y'all know where. Like she was crying and having a lot of pain. And here's another thing that really stuck out to me in that video. She said she had blood in her underwear. God, I hate repeating that. A 9-year-old's just not going to make that up. Talking about a Playboy bunny. Tremaine, you're out of luck. I don't look like a Playboy bunny. I'll find you a Playboy bunny Barbie doll and send you. Let's see. I'm looking through the chat. Okay, make sure I didn't miss anything. I don't know. Personally, I'm going to stay out of, I'm not going to do no videos on Sophie. We might talk about it like we are now a little bit, but I'm not going to do any videos. I hope they get that everything situated and that Sophie is safe and going to stay with her dad. They said he got custody and she gets counseling and she's happy. Hard case. I can't follow it. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I wish her the best, but yeah, I'm not going to follow it either and put her name in the title and stuff. We watched the video when it first happened, but now I think they should have privacy and he should actually stop doing videos. Let her get back to normal and be a normal kid. She's been through a lot. I will, Verbal. When I get off here and get situated, when I get off here, I'm going to go eat my Hardee's big breakfast. I put it in the microwave because I didn't want to be late for y'all. I've been boring lately, y'all. My stream yesterday was so damn boring. We got to do something else. I don't know what we got to do. Like, y'all got to start coming up here and, like, I just got to get people, like, calling in and giving their opinion. Sometimes I get up here and my mind goes blank when I'm talking about these cases. And then I get off YouTube and I'm like, oh, she said this, she said that. Didn't think about it, Not boring to me. Not boring to you. Yeah. So do y'all think I should just like add some normal topics in? Like how we talked about like Ellen DeGeneres that day. All right. No, it's not boring. I'll come up when I can. Thank you, RN student. I like to figure out how I can get a number. And people like how people's got Google numbers. But see, I got this stinking Microsoft. But we need like a call-in show. Well, thank you, Verbal. I feel like I'm boring when I'm just, talking about this true crime. Oh, thank you, Shug. The job cook. That's lasagna and spaghetti. Oh, that sounds good, Tremaine. Your job fix that? Someone there? I have never made lasagna or spaghetti in my life, y'all. Or not spaghetti, but lasagna. I make spaghetti. But I've never made lasagna in my life. Now, I can make some good spaghetti. I need some coffee. I look forward to this every morning. Oh, thank you. Well, I'm going to start, I think, planning my live streams out like the night before. I need to keep my ass off scrolling YouTube and playing my own stuff out, because I believe it's a little boring. I go back and listen to my streams and look through my chat, see what I've missed and stuff. Not all the time, but I do that. And I did it yesterday, and I was like, God, you are so freaking boring. Cece, we do What would be fun? There's all kinds of things you can do if you want to do. Yeah, I do want to do something different. Yeah, you don't have to see when you first come up, drama. You got when you go into StreamYard, you see that little button that says turn your camera off. Tell you about a 2-year-old case. Is it your grandbabies? Oh my goodness. We need to talk about that. And then maybe you and I can do a stream about it. Tracy said, I'm so bummed if you don't stream. Thank you. I'm actually thinking about streaming more. Thinking about getting back to doing my night streams because, the time's changing. It's getting darker now. So I'm putting up my animals, my farm animals, about 7:30 now. Last night I put them up about 7:30. It was dark. So now I could probably do a stream about 8 o'clock at night. During the summer, it wasn't getting dark till like 9 o'clock. And by the time I get my animals up, I'd just be tired. I went on Wheels Live. Yes, my drug test, not my daughter's. Yeah. Well, if anyone fails a drug test like that, they can go through like parenting classes and stuff. I'd be happy to talk about some cases, children, adults, let me know. Oh, okay, great. Great. See, I've mentioned it before, and I can never get anyone to come on panel. People's nervous and stuff if they've never been on panel. Oh my God, my phone is down. My husband had my phone charger, and I got to find it. So if I lose it, love you guys. Oh, I love you too, Shug. Hope you find it. Hey, Cement Shoes. Good morning to Melissa also. Let me give you a light slip. I'm going to give you 2. One for Melissa. So what are you guys going to do today? It's like raining here. What I'm going to do, since it's raining and stuff, I've got to get a Patreon video. Oh my God, someone joined my Patreon yesterday. They joined the VIP. I don't even know what the VIP does. I've only filled out like the 2 tiers, like the $5 one, the $1 one. But I appreciate that to the person that joined. They may not want their name said, so I'm not going to say. Yeah, Drama, I know about that medication. Yeah, I was prescribed that for my ADHD. I've had to quit taking it. That's probably why my mind's everywhere all the time and I can't get my thoughts together because I don't take any medicine for it. I've got a first date tonight. You know what, Kira? I was talking to my hubby about you this morning because I was talking about our meeting and I was like, one of my subscribers come up. She's like a nurse and all that. I was like, she is so pretty. I'm surprised she's single. I was bragging on you because I really like you, Kira. You're a good person, good lady. All y'all are. I really like all y'all. But, I mean, you are beautiful, girl. When I saw you on camera last night, I was like, wow, look at her hair. Oh, I loved your chair, too, that you were sitting in. Super, super cute. Hey, Kira's hot. She's got it going on. She's educated, too. Oh, sorry, Kira. You really are pretty. You're naturally pretty. It didn't look like you had much makeup on. I mean, you're beautiful. Have you checked this guy out, Kara? Do a background check on him. Google him before you go out with him. I think if I was going to date this day and age, which she may know this guy or something, I'd make him meet me at a restaurant. I wouldn't drive with them. 70s porn music playing in the burbs. Lisa says, yes, pure beauty for sure. Yes. Yeah, I always do a background check. I've never Googled anyone that I've went out with. I mean, I've Googled people over true crime cases, but that's it. Oh my gosh, I'd hate to have to start dating all over again. I'd probably be so boring. They'd be like, what do you do? And I'd be like, well, at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, I watch the Andy Griffith show till 7. I do, guys. I watch the Andy Griffith show every evening. It seems to like calm me down, soothe me, and I just like it. I love that time period. I would have loved to live back then. Oh my, he's a doctor. Wow. Good luck. Is he handsome? You go, girl. Hey, if he's a good guy, latch on to him. Well, I've known my husband since the 2nd grade, so guess I don't need to Google him. Shit, I thought you was getting a divorce. Was you just messing with me the other day? I was going to ask you last night, but we was all talking. And anesthesiologist, he can knock me out. Ooh, wow. Girl, you got him on the hook. You need to reel him in if he's a good guy. God, they make good money. The anesthesiologists do. I had surgery on my arm. I had a good looking one too. Really good looking. Verbal, we know money's not everything. If he's not nice, yeah. I meant if he's a good guy. I have low expectations. Well, just be positive, Kara. I'm just joking around about reeling him in and stuff. Just girl talk. Single for way too long. All jokes aside, it's best just to take it slow. Honestly. But he does seem like a good catch. He's educated, got a good job, and you said he seems to be a good person. Just take it slow. If people are faking like they're nice, they can't fake too long. Their true colors will show eventually. But just be positive and just take it slow and good luck. Let me know how it goes. Because I'm nosy. We could talk about weird patient cases. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. There's some weird things that happen. Can you imagine what the people in the emergency room have seen? People do some strange things to themselves with objects and things. Just imagine. I used to watch a show on TLC about crazy emergency room visits. Crazy things. Yeah, let me know tomorrow. You gonna get all dolled up? Of course. Should be looking fine as wine. Okay. Did I have a good story for today? I think I did. But I can't find it now. We need to go back and look and see what's going on Crime Online before I get off here. Okay, so yesterday I saw a story about a toddler in Arkansas that was tossed from a car. But that's about all they said about it. There was just a toddler found tossed from a car. Someone's seen a person do that. So there's been murder charges now. It says a 30-year-old woman was arrested 2 days after a toddler was seen being thrown from a moving car and died while first responders were waiting for paramedics. Whitney Turner Tyson was arrested on Tuesday night, though authorities did not confirm this until late the next day. She's been charged with capital murder, first-degree battery, endangering the welfare of an incompetent person. A witness called police on Tuesday morning saying they saw what may have been a baby doll being dropped from a moving vehicle on Interstate 30 in Saline County. When officers responded to the witness's welfare check request, they found a child of about 2 years old. The child was alive but died before paramedics arrived. So they've not released the name of the child or confirmed the relationship between the child and woman. Let me see if I can find her mugshot because it's not showing it. There was also on the same stretch of road yesterday a 10-year-old boy and his little sister that was about 2 or 3 years old. They were out in the road and got hit by like a tractor and trailer. I don't know if those cases are related. I don't think so. Here she is. Let me share. I got to get a wireless mouse because I cannot use this laptop thing here. Thing that's built into it. What's it called? The mouse pad, guys? Is that what it's called? I cannot use it. It's not like my Chromebook. My Chromebook, you could click anywhere. This, you got to be over here on the left side click. So annoying. So here she is. She threw her kid out the window and killed it. 30 years old, Whitney Turner Tyson. See if it's got, they don't have any pictures of the baby, I don't think. 2 years old. Why would she do something like that? How could anyone throw their child out the window like that? Harm their child. Someone should drop her ass off an overpass bridge like that. I keep getting kicked off. Yeah, I kill a mofo too, drama. I sure would. Over my child. Some of these women would rather have a man than their own child. That's the truth. Oh my gosh, guys, I could stay here and talk to y'all all day. I actually may do a live stream tonight. Just hang out with everybody. What is tonight? Thursday night? Do y'all want to hang out tonight? And play Never Have I Ever? Everybody. We're going to do something tonight. Hang out and do something. Okay, so there's another child missing. Aubrey Powell, 13. Where's she from? Michigan. I'll screen share that before I get off here. Yeah, I think we should do a live stream tonight and hang out or a Google Meets or something. It says Michigan police are searching for a teen girl who was last seen in Redford Township. Aubrey Powell, last seen around 10 p.m. Tuesday night. She's 13. Okay. Authorities say she is physically and mentally healthy. She's 5 feet and weighs about 120 pounds. Not knowing what she was wearing at the time. She has blonde hair and blue eyes. Well, she has dark blonde hair, it looks like. Just about the color of my natural hair. Sounds good to me. I had a ball. Yeah, well, I'd like to hang out with everybody. All my viewers. So I think I'll probably just try to set up a stream and we can all play Never Have I Ever. Or just goof off. Do something. Have fun. If nothing doesn't come up, we will do that. You know, if I don't start feeling bad or anything like that, we'll definitely do it. I'll be honest, my gum is swollen a little bit where I had my teeth pulled, probably because I've been smoking and stuff. Okay, did I have a good story today? See if I can still find it. Oh, yeah. This is cute. I got to show y'all this. There's this dog. It makes her mommy sit in the back seat so she can sit up in the front seat with her dad as he drives. It's so cute. I think it's like a golden retriever. Dog demands that mom sits in the back seat as she holds dad's hand. Oh, it's a dodo video. I love the dodo. It says, when most dogs ride in the car with us, it's all about their heads hanging out the window, barking at other dogs in other cars, bouncing around in the back seat, having that blissful look on their faces as their tongues and ears slap around in the breeze. Our dogs are hardly the sentimental types when taking a car ride. My dog was a very affectionate doggy, but every time she got a chance to ride in the back seat, she pretended not to know who we were because she was too busy taking in all the cool sights and smells. While this may be most dogs, it's certainly not all dogs. And one sweet girl in particular has an adorable habit of wanting to hold her owner's hand while they drive in the car. How cute is that? Let's see if we can watch the video. I may have to unplug it. Let me go back and screen share again. I don't know if I shared the audio. We'll watch the cute video. Hopefully Dodo don't strike me.
My sunshine, I am my sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. So please don't take me.
Mama gonna ride in the back and the puppy gonna ride up front. That is so cute. I was muted and talking. That doggy is so sweet. I know. Those golden retrievers are awesome dogs. They're super intelligent. Loyal, obedient. You can train them real easy because they're so intelligent. That's like the coolest thing. That little girl singing to that kitty cat, "You Are My Sunshine," that was so sweet. That just melted my heart. I don't know if y'all got to hear that, but I heard it. Loves riding with me. Oh my gosh. Skylar, she goes with Mark a lot. She gets so excited. She'll start howling and doing all of her little hound dog sounds. Skylar is a diva. When I say she cries all day to get things that she wants. She's like not in pain. She's not sad. That's the way that she communicates. She will come. Let me tell y'all what she does. She will come and look at me. I'll be in the kitchen and I'll be like, "What do you want?" And she'll turn around, run away, and go in the bathroom. That is her signal for me to bring her food to the bathroom so she can eat in private. Swear to God. I got to get it on video. And if you don't do it, she'll keep coming out of the bathroom, looking at you. She'll sit there and look at you. Then she'll walk back into the bathroom. She's like really, really spoiled. I'm so glad her ears have gotten better, though. Super sweet. Man, there is like a really big delay in the stream this morning. Anyways, I'm going to get off here, guys, and go eat. Thank y'all for chatting with me. We're going to have to spice up the morning streams a little bit. If y'all got any ideas, let me know. Anyways, thank y'all for y'all support. I love y'all. I'll probably see y'all tonight. Hang out. Just chill. Probably on a live stream. I'm not sure. I'll figure it out and let everybody know. But I want to include everyone, all my viewers. Come and chill. So I probably will just set up a live stream and find some never have I ever questions. We'll have a good time. Hopefully, maybe 411 now's listening and he can come up on panel tonight. You didn't get to hear my little brat last night. Every time I get on the phone, every time I talk to someone, she has to butt in. Shug. Well, Mark was taking care of Skylar last night. That's why no one heard her. I have to work my YouTube schedule around Skylar's schedule. No joke. I kid you not. Like, she's Queen Bee. I'm not. Anyways, I love y'all. Be safe. Be kind. I'll see y'all later. Peace.